Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 and our United States versus World of Communism Let's Play. So before we start, I'd like to mention that there will not be a video on Friday, and that is because of New Year's Eve. We do celebrate that, and we just spend time with the kids that night. I do work during the day, so because of that, I won't be able to record during the day on Thursday, and then at night, obviously, we're going to be celebrating New Year's Eve. So there won't be any videos on Friday. Now, we'll be recording on Friday for Saturday, though hopefully the hangover isn't too bad, because I do plan on drinking on New Year's Eve. The wife and me, we're going to be drinking as soon as the kids go to bed, which we do let them stay up late for the New Year's Eve and all that good stuff. But once they go to bed, we do plan on doing a little bit of drinking, and hopefully that hangover's not too bad, because knowing myself, I'll probably drink kind of hard, because I am ready to pass on this year, man, and get rid of it. Just wipe it from my memory, because good God, 2020 has been a terrible year. Now, I know it's been terrible for everybody with COVID and just everything else that's happened this year, but it's probably been the worst year of my adult life. Now, it doesn't compare to my childhood, which was every year was just terrible, just miserable and terrible. But of my adult life, I don't know that I've had a worse year than this, man. This has been terrible in every category. It's just, obviously financially, YouTube's just been, this is then one of the worst years for us. I just can't believe it. Like, we've got less subscribers this year than we did last year. We've never had that happen before. Like, every year we get more subscribers than the year before. We got less subscribers, significantly less subscribers this year, so our channel's grown a lot less than it typically does. I couldn't even do the same as last year. That's really saying something. Our income is actually higher this year from YouTube than it was last year, so that's been good, but the views are about the same. I think it's just because ad revenue has been a little bit better this year than it was last year. Last year there was some ad revenue problems, but overall, it's just been a really bad year. And then, we made a little bit more money from YouTube despite all the problems, but then, my hours keep getting cut back at work. So, I'm working a lot less there and making a lot less money there. And then my wife's hours got cut this year as well a little bit. So it's been rough financially. It's been rough in every way it can be. It's been a garbage year, guys. It's just been terrible. And then with the kids home, not being able to go to school and not be able to see their friends and stuff. It's been a really, really bad year. Again, it's like that for everybody. So I plan on definitely celebrating the coming of the new year in the hope that it's going to be better than 2020, although I'm not very optimistic. I feel like America's heading to a very dark place soon, very, very soon. So I'm trying to be optimistic and hope that next year's better, but honestly, I don't expect it will be. I think it's going to be another bad year. So I'm going to definitely celebrate, at least this year's done. I don't see how next year could be worse, right? I'm probably jinxing us here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Just want to let you guys know there will not be a video on Friday. But there should be one on Saturday, unless the hangover is so bad, because, man, when you're in the 30s, and I know it gets worse when you hit your 40s and even later, but when you're in the 30s, man, it's different. It's a lot different, guys. The hangover is nasty. It's just one of those things, man. It's just not the way it was when I was 20, where I could drink and then get up and go run for 2 miles or 4 miles, however long the Army would make me run. Yeah, I could drink all night and go for a run. Might throw up once, but I mean, you'd be all right. But now it's like I'm down for the count for the entire day when I drink. If I drink heavy, it's the whole day I'm not doing so well. It just takes a long time to recover, I noticed. But yeah, should hopefully be a video on Saturday, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this one. So we've had some difficulty in this campaign, guys, because nobody's joining the factions. Big part of that is the world tension isn't increasing because nobody's declaring war. The Soviets increased it by a bunch recently with their war declarations, but other than that, and then the Italian conflict against France, there's just not enough wars going on. And another part of that is Japan. Now, a lot of people have been concerned. I've seen this several times in the comments that they do not have their focus tree, that they have the default focus tree. That is not the case, guys. That was fixed a while ago, a few patches ago, where civil wars would happen. If one side won, then you would get stuck with the default. That the AI would be stuck with the default focus tree and just ruin the game for you. That is not the case. That was fixed a while ago. Both sides will get the regular focus tree. So they do have the Japanese focus tree, and they're fascist, so that means they'll eventually start declaring war on people. So that'll help. But some people have proposed, perhaps using the console to add these factions in. I don't even know what the console command would be to add countries. I looked on the wiki and I can't find one. I think it'd have to be done by event, but I'm hesitant to do that because I know a lot of people, a good chunk of subscribers, do not like when I use the console after the game is started for good reason. So I try and avoid it. So I personally prefer, and I think we are going to do this one here just so we can get that amphibious invasion speed, get that quicker, because we're about to do something here, guys. I already got it set up because I got a few things we can do here while we wait for Canada to join the British faction. So we got the Flying Tigers event. This is the one with from China, where we can send them some planes. And we are going to say we must support them in any way we can. Though, is China even at war with anybody? I thought that event didn't fire unless they're at war with the Japanese. But apparently not. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and support them. I don't see any reason not to. And plus, we'll gain a little bit of war support for ourselves, which is pretty important. So yeah, we're going to support them, guys. And did that unlock a decision to give them anything? I'm not seeing anything here. We might not have the political power to do it, though. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll support the Chinese. So what I've got going here, and they should be almost there. Yeah, they're here now. So we have all of our submarines over here. And since we are at war against the Australians, although I'm noticing that we do not have the ability to do any patrols in this region here. Okay, well that's unfortunate. We'll have to do it up here then, which means we'd want to be based at a Guam instead of being based at Phoenix Island. So yeah, we'll move them up there. It doesn't really matter, honestly. In fact, we don't even have to move them, and we won't. We're just gonna go ahead and do convoy raiding because there's not actually bases anymore. A lot of people have been talking about that when it comes to the situation over here. That was removed in the Man the Gun patches where you'd like base your ship somewhere. Yeah, they don't do that anymore, guys. And they should all be going out there, but they are not. Huh? I'm just gonna give it a second. All right, so yeah, a lot of them decided to move over there. All right, well, let's have them hold and then put them on the convoy raiding. Because, yeah, they should be coming over here to convoy raid. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure whether or not. Oh, they're repairing. That's why. Well, this is going to take forever for them to repair in a level 1. Yeah, good God. Yeah, we don't want them to do that. We would have to move them over to Hawaii then, in that case. Yeah, let's go ahead and move them all over to Hawaii, and they can repair there. That's a level 10 dockyard, so they'll be able to use the full amount for repairs. We did knock out this tech here. I don't know if we're going to get this one, guys. I guess it does increase the light cruiser attack and piercing, so I suppose there's that. So maybe we will want to do it, but it's probably not a priority. There's a lot of other stuff to get, guys. There's the homing torpedoes, which would increase the torpedo attacks, and that would be useful, and I think that's what we're going to do next, guys. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to get here until we start going back down the naval doctrines. So yeah, let's go and get this one, and we will use the experience. So yeah, we might do an invasion of Australia while we wait, guys. I don't know, I really wanted to do the invasion here first, but there is the problem of range, where we'd have to move the destroyers out, guys. As long as we have the destroyers in here, they will never reach. So like, if we created a new task force here, and then removed all destroyers, you see the destroyers are the ones that are having some difficulty there. And it looks like this would not increase it by much. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah, not much, guys. So that's a little bit of a problem here on attempting to do an invasion of Britain. We might not be able to reach. Now, there are these light cruisers here which do have the lower... We'll just take a look. I think we'd have to pull all those out as well. I think I said that last episode. We'd have to pull the level 2s out in order to be able to do this, because their max range is only 3,000 kilometers. And so that's just not going to be far enough. Yeah, you'd have to pull out the level 2s as well. You have to pull all these guys out. You see if there's anybody else. And then put them into... Damn, where did that other... where'd they go? That task force. Okay, they're right over here. So yeah, we'd move them over here. We would want to take these guys off their order. And then take a look at them. And it's not much further. That's interesting. Is it the heavy cruisers, perhaps? Yep. So you have to take the level 2s, all the heavy cruisers out, essentially. Oops. Didn't want to do it that way. We wanted to move them all out. So yeah, I'd have to move all the heavy cruisers out. None of these have the range, the necessary range. You have to merge those into that one. And now you can see we can get a little bit further, but not much. These guys have 5,000 kilometers, which is about as far it's going to get. And it looks like the carriers are now the problem. They don't have the range either. How about the battleships? The battleships have a little bit longer range. So yeah, essentially you have to take everything out. You could probably just do it like with level 3 light cruisers. I think that's it, guys. They're the only ones that would be able to reach over there. So instead of doing everything we did here, we should have just took the light cruisers out, and then we can see how far they can reach. Just like one level 3 light cruiser. Just create a new fleet here and just see how far he could get on his own. Almost over there. Wow. Alright, so not much further, guys. And you can see here that if we moved him to Bermuda, so he moves over to Bermuda, take him a second, he should be there now. You can see that his range is not increased any further, guys. That's because that's not how it works. It's not based off of where they're located. It's based off of your furthest port. So if we moved them back over here, and you notice that none of this is going to change. I'm only bringing this up because a lot of people have mentioned it. Like, oh, you got Bermuda, move your fleet there, and now you'll be able to operate further. That's not how it works, guys. They changed that. I know that's confusing because they have changed things in I want to say recent patches, but I guess it's not really recent. That was a while ago that they changed that. But yeah, your fleet no longer has a base of operations like they did in the previous version before Man the Guns, where they'd have a base that they were assigned to, and then that controlled what their range was. Now they just use the furthest port. Whatever port is closest, I should say, to the area you're trying to operate, that's the port they use. Likewise, port size doesn't affect range anymore either. That was another thing that was changed. So yeah, there's nothing we can do to increase the range here other than getting ships with longer range, essentially. So yeah, we're going to be incredibly limited. I don't think we'll be able to invade Britain anytime soon. So because of that, that's why we're going to come over here to Australia, just to give us something to do. So we'll use our subs here initially, and then we're going to be building up an army to invade Australia. And I'm looking for this damn decision. I can't seem to find it. I must be passing it. Here it is. This is the dispatch, the Flying Tigers. And doing this would increase the air volunteer cap if we were helping them that way. They will receive 150 fighters from us, and they will gain plus 5% war support. And I see no reason not to do that. Give them a few fighters and improve their opinion with us. But yeah, it's not really all that beneficial, I suppose. I guess we could wait to do this until a bit later. Yeah, you know what, we'll just wait to do that, guys. I don't see any reason to do it now. Also, something I didn't manage was the damn planes here. We've got all these planes just sitting around, but there's really nothing for them to do, frankly. We can get these guys training. Yeah, there's really not anything they can do. You know, we're already attempting to bomb here. Putting more planes out there is useless considering the fact that there aren't any British ships operating here. So, yeah, all we can really do is just get air wings out there training, so we'll be able to use them later. But yeah, we're incredibly limited right now, guys. So feel free to let me know your opinion in regards to perhaps using the console to change something. It wouldn't be adding countries in, because again, I don't even know what the console command is for that, and I looked it up on the wiki and I can't find it. So there might not be a console command, so you'd have to do it by event, and that's something I really don't want to do. Again, the problem here is the world tension. The world tension's not 100%. If it was at 100%, not only would countries be more likely to join factions, but most importantly, we would be able to form war goals against anybody who has increased world tension. And there is a command for that, though one problem with that is that the command adds the world tension as if your country, whichever country you're playing as, is the one who increased it. So basically, we would have to add 27% world tension, and we would be the ones who did that, as if we were declaring war. World tension does decrease the opinion with democratic countries. So it kind of sucks because we're hurting ourselves by doing that. I'd love to know your guys' opinion on it, though, because again, until world tension gets higher, which eventually will happen, it's going to happen. The Japanese will start declaring war on people, but they're the only ones. The British might. I don't know. I think in their focus tree they declare war in some countries, so they might. France probably won't. Germany definitely won't, because they don't have anything in their focus tree. They're going down that democratic route, so they definitely won't. The Italians, I don't know if there's anybody else other than Yugoslavia, so they could declare war on them. I don't think the Soviets have any more, unless they go down that alternate path, which would lead them down to Afghanistan. I suppose they could do that. But for the most part, there's just nothing for world tension increases coming anytime soon. So that's what the problem is, guys. Let's go and get some fighters out there. And we're going to go and duplicate these ones, since we had 400 sitting in there. And let's see what else we got here that we could put out there. We got some heavy fighters. Go ahead and get them up to 200. Have some more heavy fighters out there training. So at the very least, we'll have plenty of air wings for once we are ready to go into a fight. Just going to get these 200 out there. Get them training up. See what else we got here. We got some Naval Bombers. So let's do 2 air wings of 100 here for these guys. Just going to duplicate that. And that should be good. We got some planes out there training now, guys. So at least we're doing something here. But yeah, not being able to engage the British fleet because what we really should have did is let them keep Bermuda so that they would continue to operate in our area. And if we would have let them keep Bermuda, that would have happened. But that's not the case since we did not, we didn't do that. So I'm thinking Leslie here, he's got the seducer trait and he's got a beard. And so, yeah, beards, guys. Beards is where the real power in life lies. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything we can do here for mission-wise. We now have 5 operatives. I guess we would want to infiltrate again. Also, somebody told me that the collaboration governments can't be done by democracies, and I realized that I think this is the first time we played as a democracy with the law resistance expansion. I don't think we ever have before. Obviously the French and Portugal ones, those weren't democratic routes. One was monarchy, the other was fascist. And then we did the Kaiserreich campaign, obviously. That was what the Kaiserreich mod, and that wasn't democratic. We played as Japan, as a fascist Japan. I'm trying to remember, although, in Mexico, that wasn't democratic. So I don't think we've ever played as a democracy with the law resistance expansion, which is probably why I didn't know that you didn't get that ability with them. So yeah, we won't be able to do that, and that's very unfortunate. That means all we're going to be able to do is infiltrate their military. We always plant the false intelligence. Doesn't really help that much, though, frankly. So I don't want to do that right now. I think we're just going to keep infiltrating, and we'll probably infiltrate the army, because at the very least we'll get the army experience, which we desperately need, because I made a mistake. And let's go ahead and figure out which ones we want to assign. We'll do the escape artist in case he gets caught. So we'll do Bill Barnes. And I suppose we want to train these guys up and get them experience. So we're going to do the other Bill. So the 2 Bills will be going on a mission together. So we'll have that commencement ready. And they're preparing that. And I think one of them was already doing something. Okay, he was doing counter intel. So we have 1 in Canada, 1 in Britain, and so we still have 1 left, and that'll be Leslie, I think. Actually, we have 2 people here. Okay, so he's in Canada, so we'll need to move her to Canada. And then he can just go to Australia, I guess, since we'll be fighting Australia. Alright, excellent. So that's really all we can do is intel missions until this world tension gets higher, which it's also ticking down. It naturally ticks down, so that's a problem. So we get some dockyards. Did we finish building something? We did not. Alright, so these are just ones that it's only one that we've constructed here. Let's go and put it into the mining ships. And we are really short on these resources, guys. So let's go ahead and trade more with enemies or with India. Trade with India, you got a little bit there. And also more trade with Cuba. Now we are short 6 steel, but that's okay, guys. It's really only affecting the convoy ships, and it's not even affecting it by that much, probably. Alright, so let's see what these subs are doing. So yeah, they have all moved over to here. They're now operating around Australia in the areas where they can. Okay, so we've got a problem here with Britain. We'll take a look at that in a minute. They've issued an ultimatum demanding that we immediately follow their example and grant full independence to our colonial possessions. This seems like something that they really shouldn't be able to demand of us, considering the fact that we're at war with them already. But yeah, we'll say let them try. Won't have any real effect, essentially. Also, our civilian factories are freed up, so let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do with them. We're obviously still building there. We could go and start getting some radar coverage over here, I suppose, since we're now starting to operate here, at least a minimal amount. So we'll get some radar coverage, also some naval bases here, so they'll be able to repair the submarines that we're currently using. Let's give them 2 repair points, since we don't know which one they'll go to. We could always tell them not to use Phoenix Island, I suppose. But either one of these could end up being the invasion points, so we're going to build both of them up. We're also going to get more synthetic refineries. That's something we're always gonna need here, guys. So I'm going to build these up for the rubber. And I think we already did all the infrastructure here, so there's really nothing to be done in regards to infrastructure to get anything that's really worth it anyways. You could build over here, I suppose, and get a little bit more resources, but again, not really worth it. I suppose we're going to do more military factories. We always need more of those. Yeah, we'll do more military factories, guys. Going to build throughout here. Alright, so that should keep them busy for a little while anyways. Alright, so we did get the mechanized offensive. Let's go in and continue down these. We have the choice now between the air-land battle or the shock and awe. The air-land battle gives that army heart attack plus 10%. The tanks are improved quite a bit as well. And then you get the reinforce rate, which is always great. And then you get the organization and the air superiority bonuses here. And that's all frontline battalions. So basically not the support companies. And then down here, we'll get the soft attack for artillery and infantry. So it's obviously not anywhere near as good as the tank one. Get reconnaissance, which we really don't need. Recon already produces enough, and you already get the reinforce rate here, so no difference there. Here, obviously, you're going to be improving armored cars, which is not important because you only really use the armored cars for your garrisons. The infantry will be improved though, so that's always helpful. More organization for the tanks and higher recovery rate. And then going down here, this would increase soft attack and hard attack for the artillery and the infantry. So I think we're going to go down this route here, guys. I think this fits the best for our army. Obviously, we want to improve those tanks here with this one. And then the organization's helpful for everybody. The air superiority isn't going to be super helpful, of course, because we're going to be outnumbered in the air. So that's going to be important. And, hard attack for fighting those tanks will be useful. So yeah, that's the route we're going to go in this one, guys. I see that both of those routes being good ones. It just kind of depends on your current situation for which one you want to go for. Obviously, we have more infantry right now than we do tanks. Also, I am well aware that I messed up the tanks here, guys. A lot of people commented about this. I did not duplicate the Freedom Machines. Instead, I just changed them, so now the Liberators are technically the Freedom Machines. And so that's a problem. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to change up these Freedom Machines, take out these tanks, and that's going to require more experience. It's just really unfortunate that I did that. That was a big mistake. Because yeah, right now we're not using any of the light tanks. So yeah, we're going to have to save this. We got to change all this up, guys. And it's just waste of experience. So very, very unfortunate that I did that. And I did misspell this as well. We need a D here. There we go. Alright, so that'll be the Freedom Machines, and I should probably fix them here as well. And what we're going to want to do is all the tanks here have been changed, so that's why they don't have any equipment here. So we're going to change them back over to the Freedom Machines. And then we'll have to train them up again as well. I already changed up the units here. I just got 3 of each building. I feel like that's fine. We have more dockyards. Let's go ahead and get some into convoys, I suppose. And then after that, we'll put more into the torpedo cruisers. And we are going to go ahead and trade for steel. We're almost to 8 on the negative here, so we'll have to trade for a bit more. I suppose we'll trade with the Italians. Alright, so we did sink a convoy there. And also, we are getting bombed here, so our submarines we're gonna lose some submarines here, guys. So that's unfortunate. I don't think we'd be able to come here, but maybe. Because I think if you just are able to cover a small part of the zone, they can actually go in here. So we can start covering that as well. It's kind of a bummer we don't have enough range to cover all of Australia and lock them down here. We do have some ships here. We got a submarine. We're going to place them into our new task force, which is the level 3 submarines. And we'll have that icon. And then we have these level 3 destroyers, which we're just placing into this one here. And pulling out those level 2s and moving them over to that one. So yeah, we would use this fleet here to gain air superiority. And I don't even know how well they would reach there, but we only need air superiority here. And then we'd do the invasion, probably from the Philippines, I guess. Yeah, do the invasion from the Philippines and then hit that port there. And then we're building up this army for doing just that. In fact, we're going to move these guys over to Los Angeles for right now. And so yeah, all of our troops that we build will go into that army. In fact, I'm going to build more of these so that we'll have an invasion force here. We'll pull back on one of those. Alright, so we did get the B-24 Liberators, which have a much higher range here. 3,500 kilometers to 2,500. Still not going to be long enough to reach Britain, guys. You can't fly all the way across the Atlantic, so it's just not going to work, unfortunately. So we still can't bomb them, but we'll build them. We'll get those guys building. And we are getting some offers from infantry equipment. We'll go and take that. Let's go and update the strategic bombers. Build the new ones. And we should probably get some research in here, shouldn't we? So we are done with planes until 1944. Yeah, we're done. So let's go ahead and get something else. There's a lot of stuff we need, guys. Obviously, we could continue with the radar here. That would be an option. We're getting stuff here already. The naval stuff is obviously something else we have to get. Still got to get the techs here. I think we're done here until 1943. We haven't got the 1942 techs here yet, so that's probably what we should do, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and start getting the techs here. We'll get the engineer companies first. That gives you that river bonus. Very, very helpful. So yeah, I do imagine they're going to bomb us with their planes here. They're going to sink some submarines, guys. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And they might even engage us with their destroyers, which looks like exactly what they're going to do here. So we might want to go ahead and move our fleet over there now. I hate that we don't have any coverage here, but what we could do is go ahead and build an airbase. Let's go ahead and do that, guys. We'll build an airbase right here. This is the closest location, and tactical bombers will be able to reach. So let's go ahead and put an airbase here. And we should also go ahead and get, well, we can't get any radar coverage in there yet. All right, so yeah, we'll just build the airbase here, and that'll be useful. We'll put our planes there. And do we have any large... Okay, so there is a large port there, so we should be able to get supply. Or a large enough port. Might need to build it up higher, though, to put a lot of troops over there. So yeah, we'll lose some submarines here, guys. These are all cruddy submarines for the most part. We did not put like a lot of good submarines over here. And what I'm going to be doing is moving some of these submarines from here over to this one. Those old submarines. Let them get sunk. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it, guys. We're sinking convoys. That's what's important. And yeah, we'll take any lend-lease anybody offers. I think that's all infantry equipment, since we're short on that. All right, so I'm very unfortunate I made that mistake with the tanks, man. Yeah, that sucks. Nothing to be done about it now. Also, it looks like, I think this is an efficiency issue. Yeah, this is an efficiency issue, so we'll go and take a look at that and see if there's anything we can do to improve that. But let's first go in and get something selected here. So we did finish up the Liberty ships. Convoys will be cheaper to produce, and the amphibious invasion speed will be faster. See what all we might want to get here. Yeah, it's just such a bummer that these don't really give you the ability to attack anybody. Let's go and get some of these research bonuses, guys. This would be helpful. 2 times research bonus there. For the decision, we can improve worker conditions. Start getting that stability up, which should be a priority. One thing I want to do is check to see if there's any way we can get them to accept an attaché. So we want to look at what is hitting us here. So a big part of it is the opinion being too low. So they just don't like us enough. So if we were to increase opinion with either of these, which would be harder to do with the Italians, then we might be able to get them to accept an attaché to get this army experience set up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and improve relations here, guys, and then see if we can't send them an attaché. We have to get to 100 Pluto power again, and then maybe it'll be high enough that they'll accept. So we'll try that out. And that would get us a lot of army experience, so it'd be super helpful. We did get the advanced computing machines. Excellent, so we're going to be researching quicker now. Let's go ahead and get the... Yeah, let's just finish up the radar, guys. Get all these radar done. I don't know that we'll actually put those on the ships, though, when we get the last radar. Maybe. Yeah, I guess I could see creating a little variant for radar. But I'd prefer to do the variant once we have the anti-air, too, so we can add them both. So yeah, we'd have to prioritize that. We did get the homing torpedoes. So since we were just talking about that, rather than going down the doctrines like I was going to do, I was going to start doing more naval doctrines. We could go ahead and get the anti-air. Although, the next one doesn't unlock till 1943. Okay, well, probably would take us that long to get down there. Let's go and do this one. I know we're about to get a research bonus, but that'll apply to later ones, so it's fine. So we did get the 100 political power. Let's see if they'll accept an attaché. It's still not quite high enough. So I'm not entirely sure how high we'd have to get it. But we'll just keep it going for right now and just sit on the political power. Because I think army experience is the main thing we need right now. It's the main thing that's really limiting us. All right, so what do we want to get next here? I guess we should go for the support. Yeah, we should get that. Since we are a little bit behind on that. Let's go and get the outdated equipment fixed. We do have the new mechanized. We're going to place that. I think that's it. And we are again short on steel. We do have those steel decisions we can take, which we will be doing as soon as we get the stability issue fixed. I think that's a little bit more important. Let's not trade with the Italians here. It could just trade with the Canadians, but of course they are our main enemy here. Yeah, let's trade with the French more, I suppose. Alright, so we're sinking those convoys there. And of course it's also getting us some naval experience. Very helpful. That's going to continue to mess me up, but I don't want to tick it off, guys, because we're just waiting to get this opinion up higher. Opposition suffers defeat in the Senate, so we got 10 new senators. Yeah, we do have a few focuses that'll help with. Let's go and get the last one here, the assembly line production. We do have units that can deploy, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll just probably deploy all the units that are in here, I think. Yeah, let's just go and deploy them all. And we'll just set them up. Yeah, we'll just set them up over here since some of the infantry will go over here. It's fine, it doesn't really matter, guys, where they train. So let's go ahead and deploy everything we got. And do we want to build more? How's the infantry equipment doing? Yeah, the infantry equipment's fine. So I should have just did that when I already had them set up there, but it's too late now. Let's go and build some more big red ones. Build like 3 more. Again, this is for our invasion force into Australia, which of course we did sink a convoy there. And I think that's the same one. All right, so let's go and get these guys training. And let's go ahead and do it. You know what, guys? I think we will likely send some units, some tank units on the invasion so we can quickly conquer them. But I don't think we'll do the medium tanks, guys. I think all the medium tanks are going to be staying with, and the icons are going to mess me up here, guys. So let's go ahead and fix this now. The freedom machines, we're going to change up their icon now. Though, yeah, we won't be able to do that as long as they're set to the default symbol. Okay, so we have to wait until we get more light tanks in there. Well, we can go ahead and change one up right now, and then that should result in it being a light tank. There we go. So the symbol will stop messing me up. All right, so the medium tanks, we're going to throw them over here, and we'll just let them train in that army. So I should have deployed them over there. It's fine. And then all these guys here will go into this army, and we'll be training them up here. So we'll send a few tanks over there, I think. That would be good. Send them into the invasion of Australia. We won't probably have them in the initial attack, the initial invasion. They'll hit the port after we take it. Yeah, their destroyers are here attacking us. So we could go ahead and move our fleet over there. Again, though, I want bomber support before we do. So we have to have that airbase built a little bit first before I'm willing to have the submarines, you know, sacrificed a bit and take some losses there. But I'm not willing to do the same with our main fleets. So let's go ahead and have these destroyers jump into this one. I think we're almost done with getting them all upgraded to level 3s. There's only a few level 2s left in here, guys. All right. So where are we? I'm going to keep on checking this way more often than we have to. We can now stop improving relations and then send the attaché. So should have did that a long time ago. I didn't realize that opinion was so important when it comes to the attachés. With a lot of things, opinions don't really do much. It's about, like, for instance, when you're trying to get them into the faction, it's about a +10. That's what you get on the acceptance. So most of the time, you're at least down by 20, 30, 50, or in our case, I think we were below by like 70 something. So increasing opinion for most actions has almost no effect. But apparently, attachés, it did. I didn't know that. So that'll help us tick up our army experience by a lot, guys. Once they accept that, of course. So we still have political power. Let's go ahead and do the first thing that we should be doing is improving worker conditions here, guys. This is really important because the stability is below 50%, and we don't want those nasty events that come with that. All right, so we have redone the cipher for the French Commune right as we were getting an attaché from them as well. So that should result in the army experience going up a lot faster. And you do have the 25 political power to go ahead and do something here. Let's go after the steel first before we send those planes to the Chinese. Let's go ahead and send some. I'm just trying to see if there's any difference here. If they're all 12, sometimes there is a difference. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it in Minnesota, I guess. Just go ahead and try and get more steel, since it's a lot of civilian factories that we're currently trading for steel. So yeah, it's just going to be the invasion of Australia, guys. That's what we're going to have to do while we wait for, you know, countries to join these damn factions. I was going to throw those guys over here. And we do have the airbase. Excellent. So let's go ahead and move some tactical bombers over here so we can start doing some bombing there. So we'll do these guys here. And these guys could be increased by 100. But yeah, these guys are going to come over here into the Philippines. And they'll provide us some support right there. I'm pretty sure they should be able to reach. So we want to do the Naval Strike there. And that'll help us. We can also do it over here where we're losing submarines. If we have any other tactical bombers, and we could even send some heavy fighters over here. I don't know how much their range is, but once we get that airbase built further, we might be able to send more. I know that we have tactical bombers like sitting all over the place. I'm gonna increase these guys up by 100. Let's send these guys over here and see what the range looks like. Like, if they were here, would they be able to reach there? Maybe. And we might want to build up the airbase even further than when I had it. Maybe go up to 6. And we do have a decision available here. Yes, we have more political power. Let's go and dispatch those flying tigers now. Get that done with. Just trying to help out the Chinese for when the Japanese eventually attack them, because they will. I do assume Japan will attack them. And yeah, you can see they're about to create their faction here. So it's happening, guys, very slowly. It's going to be a later war than we typically see, a much later conflict. I didn't expect that, but, you know, it is what it is, guys. Let's go and get the anti-air upgrades here. That'll be helpful once our fleet is operating outside of Australia, because you can see that they're bombing us. And having those tactical bombers out isn't going to help much, but the heavy fighters, if they can reach, that would help quite a bit. So we get the research bonuses there. Fantastic. So let's see what we want to get next. Could get a research bonus for the armor tech. When does the next armor unlock? Is it 43? Yeah, it is 43. So we could get that. The plane stuff and the ship stuff isn't until 44. These research bonuses obviously would help since we are researching those right now. So yeah, you know what? Let's go and get that. Yeah, it'll be 5 more army experience too, so that's helpful. Any little bit of army experience we can get helps. So yeah, we have this attaché in France, but yeah, I'm not really seeing it increase much. Did they turn us down? Because yeah, it doesn't seem like it's having any effect here. I don't know. I know we sent it. Pretty sure we sent it. Yeah, maybe I messed it up there, guys. I don't know. I don't know what I did there. But clearly, there's no attaché there. Or that wouldn't, that option wouldn't be there. Yeah, okay. I must have messed it up. All right, so we do have a research bonus for whatever we get here. Let's go ahead and do... that'd help with infantry equipment, I guess. Let's do the field hospitals, guys. We'll do that first. It'll be 51 days here. Yeah, I must have messed this up somehow. I'm not entirely sure what I did there. But yeah, clearly I messed it up. So once we get 100 political power, we'll have to do it again. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I did notice that I was sitting on 100 political power and then we used it to improve the working conditions. Mistakes happen. Let's go and get the last radar here, guys. Oh, good God. All right, so let's go and get the radar improved in all of these locations. Keep our factories busy for some time. We could also do California now as well, just have that covered, and probably do it over here, the Panama Canal. And yeah, we'll just cover all these as well. Can't seem to select here. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so that should keep them busy for some time. And yeah, we gotta get the political power back up to 100. Somehow I made a mistake there. I don't know what I did. I thought I sent it off, and apparently I did not. We did finish up a battleship. All right, excellent. Let's go ahead and throw these guys into this fleet here, and then what we're gonna be doing is taking out 2 heavy cruisers, because eventually we want to get rid of all the heavy cruisers from here because of their low range. And we're gonna send them over to this one here, I think. Yeah, we'll send them over here. And we do have more ships. We have a submarine that can be added, and then we have the destroyers that can be added over here. And so we're going to want to pull out another level 2 destroyer. All right. So yeah, just got to get back up to 100 political power and send the attaché again. Or I say again, but apparently I never sent it. So for the first time, we do have dockyards as well, because we did finish up the battleship. Do we want to build another one? Get another battleship? I know that we need a lot more battleships. Yeah, you know what? Let's go and do another one, guys. It's going to be a long time before we can get the 1944 ones. So I suppose since we're building another one, might as well improve it with the experience that we have, and we'll get whatever we have available for them. Now, we don't have that radar yet, so we won't be able to do that. And I think it's that last radar would be the level 4 radar, so we don't have that yet. I want to say we don't have anything for these guys. Yeah, because we don't have the anti-air. Alright, so you don't have to improve. I suppose that's easier. Let's go ahead and say that that's outdated. And yeah, we'll build another battleship, guys. Have it placed over here. Alright, excellent. So we got one more modern battleship done. And over here, let's go ahead and continue with the 1942 tech, since we will be using our army soon. We're going to be actually doing an invasion. And we have got this built up. Alright, so we're going to want to send, I suppose we'll want to send the fighters here next. Since they can't reach from their current location. They might be able to reach from here. I don't really know though. Nope. They are not able to reach. Alright, so that's a shame. We'll keep them here. They can at least cover right there. But yeah, I guess there's no reason to have them in this location. We'll just put them here for now. Because I don't think those are the modern heavy fighters. The most modern ones that we have yet. So let's go ahead and add some more tactical bombers though. I think we have some over here. Let's go ahead and send these tactical bombers over there. They don't need to finish their training. It looks like they're not even training anyways. These guys can train up though. And let's go and send these tactical bombers over here so that they can cover. I was thinking they'll be able to cover there, but it looks like they're going to have to cover here since they're not as good. And then the tactical bombers that we have here, which can reach here, will cover that zone. There we go. They won't be able to cover much of it, of course. But it helps. Anything helps, guys. If we have any battles right there, then they would help bomb. And then we'll be sending our fleet in here. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and do that now. Let's go and get them going over there, and we'll take a look at how these troops are doing on their training as well. So they're slowly getting trained up here, and then we'll do the invasion. I think, I don't know how many divisions we need, maybe 15, somewhere around there. Pretty close to that already. So yeah, probably about 15 divisions is what I'm thinking. We could even send some more of these light tanks, just to conquer it a little bit quicker. In fact, I think we will go ahead and do that. Let's go and send like one of these over here. Get them moving over to Los Angeles. We'll have 4 light tank divisions for that invasion. But we'll need 10, at least 10 infantry, since I'm not going to send the tanks on the actual invasion. Alright, so let's go ahead and stop all these guys from training. They might need to repair. I assume they will, so let's go ahead and have them do that first. And we'll make sure they're repairing in San Diego. Same thing with these guys here. Have them go into San Diego. Get all repaired up, and then once they're done repairing, then we'll, which I don't know how many repairs we need. So he's doing a repair, 1 repair here, and then a couple here. So once we get all those repairs done, we'll send them over to the Australian coastline. Start sinking whatever ships they have out there, since the submarines really aren't able to do that. The only thing they can do is the sinking of any convoys that are through here. Now, one problem, of course, is that these are... Oh, we can actually move them now. Cover almost all the zones. Actually, we can cover all the zones around Australia and completely cut them off. Alright, beautiful. Yeah, it's just these guys that can't do it. So yeah, we'll be able to cover all the zones around Australia, so there's just no way they can get supplies or troop convoys from, like, the British. Now, of course, they are going to be engaging our submarines, but again, I'm not worried about that at all. Not worried about it. It's fine. In fact, let's go ahead and add one of these old ones over to here. They can help cover the zones that they can actually reach anyway. Alright, excellent. So we only got about 10 more minutes left of the episode, so I don't think we'll be doing an invasion here just yet, since these guys are still repairing. Got 1 ship repairing that I see. So once he finishes up, we'll be able to send him over there. We got the improved anti-air upgrade. Excellent. So we could go for this one and get it pretty quickly, despite the fact that it's ahead of time. And then we'll get the better anti-air. But you know what? We're just going to wait, guys. Yeah, we'll just wait to do that. No reason. I know it's not that many extra days added, but it's not like we don't have a ton of stuff to get. It looks like we also finished that mission, so we'll take a look at that here in a minute. So we can go and get the military police next. That'd be one option. Just looking at all the possible choices here. We could go and continue down the naval doctrines, which I kind of want to do I think we probably should go ahead and start working on these damn naval doctrines. Get the last carrier one, the carrier battle groups. Naval air agility from carriers increase. That's super helpful. Agility is one of the most important factors when it comes to, plane battles. Or dogfights, what you want to call them. So we did have a victory here. It's like a convoy there, but that's not the... Oh, yeah, I guess that was the victory. Okay. At least we're engaging in some naval battles. We got the field hospitals. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get the MPs next. We need to get some of those other, the level 2s of some of those. So I think we're done here. Yeah, we're done here. So let's go ahead and have 2 of these going this way, since obviously we haven't gotten a lot of these yet. Let's go and get the next recon company. And then with the decisions, we're waiting, saving up to 100. Let's go and take a look at the infiltrate the army here. So we did not get 10 experience this time. All right, so let's go and steal some military blueprints, and we're gonna send all of our best agents here. So she's currently in Canada. We'll have to replace her. And then let's send. So he's in Australia. We want to keep him in Australia. We'll go ahead and send Bill here, and then this Bill. Have that commenced when ready. And so we still have 2 operatives. We have 1 Australia here, although again she's about to leave. So let's send. So she's in Britain. She can stay in Britain, and then the other guy was in Australia. We just won't have anybody in Canada. It's fine. It's not like we're at war with Canada right now, because they are too scared to join a faction. They're terrified. Yeah, world tension continues to decrease. Again, I think until the Japanese get through the damn focus tree and start declaring war, which will be here very, very soon, guys. So, again, I don't think we need to use the console. We just got to be patient. It kind of sucks. I know. I'd prefer if the war had already, really got started now. I thought it did get started when we declared war in Britain, but that ended up not being the case. It just is what it is, guys. These guys are almost done. We still have these troops here training. Let's go and deploy them, and then that'll be our 15 divisions that I wanted. So I'm going to deploy them, and I guess I should have built more infantry divisions, since we do have the equipment and the manpower. No reason not to. We'll like 5 more of these. Alright, so these guys are now going to hop in here and train up, and then we'll move them over to the Philippines, so we can do this invasion. These ships are likely ready. Yep, looks like they're ready. These guys are ready. Okay, so all of them ready. Let's go ahead and get them all moving over to... We'll have them operate out of here, I guess. Again, it doesn't really matter. Get them all moving over there, and then I'll assign them to the mission. Okay. So, we are losing submarines through here. I think most of these are probably old ones, though. We did get the... Oh, too much stuff going here. So we did get the first special service force. That's another research bonus there. Let's go after the tank experiments next. So we'll have that 1943 tank with a research bonus. Yeah, we'll do that. And then maybe we'll do unrestricted warfare here. Submarine warfare. That would allow us to, increase surface detection and sub-visibility. So it'll allow us to both find convoys easier and hopefully take less casualties as well from those submarines. So yeah, just making it through the tech tree and through the focus tree, guys, and just kind of waiting for that world tension to get high enough. So we did get the last radar tech, so we're done there, and with that, we're completely done here, unless we were to get the improved fire control systems, which, they do have negatives if we keep on going down that route. And then the nuclear reactor, of course, which 1943, we'd want to get that research bonus before we started either of these, because we do have I think it's 2 research bonuses from that one focus. So we'll probably want to get that soon, so we'll have that. So what do we want to get next? I guess we got air doctrines to get. We're already working on naval doctrines. We're working on the land doctrines, and I suppose we should get some stuff here. Let's get the artillery upgrade, guys. Oh, so we do have 100 political power. Let's try this again now, guys. Yeah, it says they'll accept. I could have swore I sent it. All right, it was accepted this time. Because, yeah, I was wondering what happened here. Why we weren't getting any damn army experience. But we can go ahead and change up the freedom machines, get the light tanks in there. Change these guys, and then these would all need to be changed to motorized, but we can't do that just yet, so we'll just have to do those 2. At least we have the medium tanks out of it, which, the main thing gonna be slow them down. Well, I guess the mechanized will slow them down as well. Slowly, guys. Slowly getting that mistake fixed. That was a major issue. That was my bad, guys. Yeah, shit happens. Alright, so the ships are all over here. Let's go and get them operating in this zone here. Oh, nope. My bad, guys. Gotta give them a mission first. Tell them to hold. We'll do the patrol here. And they really can't reach these zones, but that's fine. We only need to reach that zone because the invasion is going to be coming through here. And then we'd want to cover... I don't know which way the invasion is going to go through, if it'll go through here or here, so we'll just have them both covered for right now. And then let's give them a strike force here. And then we're also going to move one of these guys over here to cover the convoy. So that'll take them a little while to get here. That's okay. We're still training up. So yeah, now we have our planes over here. Or excuse me, our ships over here. The rest of our fleet. And they'll start engaging those destroyers, which we've already sunk one. We just got here. And we've already sunk a destroyer, though I think that might have been the tactical bombers that did that. We could move more tactical bombers as well, though I don't think there's any more zones to cover. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever reach that one, unfortunately. Okay, so getting things done over here, guys. And it does look like there are some ships over here. All right, so we're actually engaging with their fleet, and now I'm wishing that we had an airbase here to help out. That's not a big deal because it's just destroyers, but they're not going to have much of a fleet left here soon, guys. So all we needed to do is get the fleet over there, and then it's over. Sunk a convoy there, and sunk a convoy there. I imagine most of these are not troop convoys. We sunk 11 destroyers. Remember, they don't have a very large navy, so 26 ships total. 22 more destroyers, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers. That's what they got left, guys. So keep on engaging those ships and getting them sunk. And there we go. Japan declared war on China. Only increased world tension by a little bit, though. Not as much as I was hoping. So that's not good. But China's actually involved with the conflict, and they do like us. I guess we like them. They don't like us. So we wouldn't be able to send them a attaché. But yeah, that would be another way to get more army experience, is to try and send them one, and that would improve opinion. We'd have to increase opinion with them, though, because clearly they don't like us very much, which is surprising since we did just give them some planes. I thought that would increase opinion a bit more. Just made us like them. Lost a submarine there. Looks like we're engaging their fleet here. Or our submarines are, anyway. Oh, they're probably trying to get away, actually. So yeah, we did lose another submarine there. That's fine, guys. We'll take a look and see how the submarines are doing over here. They're doing all right, guys. It's not too bad. Let's go ahead and move these guys over to this one. Kind of reinforce some of the casualties we've taken over here. Since the submarines aren't really doing anything over here, guys. You know, I'll manage these next episode. Or in between episodes, I should say. Sunk a destroyer, or we lost a destroyer, sunk 5 destroyers there. It's just a matter of time before their fleet is destroyed, and we'll be completely clear there. So let's go and take a look at these troops here and see how they're doing. Almost done training. We could go and move them over there, and they can finish their training in the Philippines, I suppose. That way they could actually start doing the invasion, planning for the invasion. Let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and start planning for this. So we're going to want to invade the port here. Not a big port. That's okay. And we'll be able to see the zones we're going through. We're going through all the zones. Okay, so we did have to cover all 4 of those. All right, so they'll get over here. I'll start moving over here. Look at that planning, and then we'll do the invasion of Australia. And I think 15 divisions should be enough. I don't know why it wouldn't be. All right, so we did get the military police. So I suppose we'll go and continue getting, well, you know what? We already have one here. So let's see if there's anything else. So let's do the air doctrines, guys. Yeah, let's do the air doctrines. So the choices are the fighter sweeps, which are interception, mission efficiency, and air wing mission experience gain, or the air superiority bonus, which of course we're going to want to go for that. We will not use the experience for that. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. But yeah, just very, very surprising with the way things have gone down in this campaign, guys. Because of the world tension. But again, the factions just didn't go the way we wanted from the start. You know, with the Italians creating their own faction, which I recall telling them not to do that, but I guess they go down that route if Germany is not fascist and it's not possible to ally with them. Then they go down that route anyways, which is unfortunate. It's always the Italians that are causing trouble in our games because they don't have a new focus tree yet. The Italian Union issues a diplomatic protest. So they've launched a strong diplomatic protest with our government regarding the presence of our attachés in nations that they're currently in military conflict with. So of course we're going to say it's a reasonable request. No, we're going to say we'll send them where we please and decrease opinion with them. All right, so that it has been generating good experience, guys. So we'll be able to change up the freedom machines, oops, and get these changed over to motorized. We should be able to do all of them again. Yeah, just so unfortunate that I did that. Mistakes are aplenty, man, and causing us issues. But we've now fixed the mistake. We have recovered from it, guys. But that was still like 40 experience or whatever it was, even more than that, like 50 experience maybe, that we just wasted. And we could have been using on the Liberators to get them finished up. So it's unfortunate, but at least we got it done, guys. Alright, so we did get the new infantry equipment. We'll have to get those updated. Let's go and get the bazookas. Increase the heart attack and the piercing. It won't be useful here in Australia more than likely, but still. And let's go and get the infantry equipment updated as well. Alright, so I think we're going to send an attaché to China in an attempt to just try and get this army experience bumped up even quicker. So because of that, we will have to just sit on the political power for now. Yeah, we'll just have to sit on the political power. And once we get that done, then I think army experience should be in a good place. Alright, so we did decrypt the Union of Britain again, and it's like we also continue sinking their convoys here. Lost another submarine, a couple more submarines. Hoping those are all older submarines that we're losing. And got the concentrated fire plans. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the next one, and we're almost done, guys. Only 3 left to go. And we're about to get the improved artillery upgrade here in a couple days. Alright, so let's go with the next one. Get those passive bonuses for the artillery that we have in all of our units. Alright, and the troops aren't here yet. It's going to take them a while to get across the Pacific, of course. But the training does happen the whole time. As soon as you make it, make the order, the training starts, excuse me, the planning starts. And we got the recon companies. So let's go after the next one now. 51 days to get that knocked out, guys. Alright. So yeah, just very unfortunate that they just won't join the damn faction. Mutinies in the army. Ooh, what's this? Oh, is this from being... Well, no, we're above the stability there. Huh, okay, I'm not entirely sure what this is about then. Let's read it. Alarming news has reached military high command about a number of units in our army refusing orders from superior officers. I wonder if this is war support being so low. While none of the units have left their position in line, representatives of the soldiers have made it quite clear that they will not obey any orders to attack the enemy. The rebellion has so far been contained to a small number of battalions and a handful of training and support units, but many in the War Office fear that this uprising will soon spread to other units and may eventually render us unable to continue the war. Decisive action is needed. I'm assuming that this is with war support being lower than 50%, so similar to the stability events. I just don't know that I've ever seen this before, because normally war support is not that difficult to keep high. So we can say we can't do anything about that now. We say surround the mutinous units with loyalists and order them to stand down. And this will cost us political power. Damn. Yeah, this is the same thing as the stability, so yeah. It's the same thing, guys. Or you say hold a patriotic speech before the mutineers. And typically this is the better option to go. It costs more political power, but you get a better chance of getting the better events here. Here you get a 40% that is an empty threat. Here it's a 20% chance of the mutinies in the army. So you want the 80% chance of success or the 60% chance. And we're going to have to go with this one. It does take longer to implement, but I think that should increase the war support. Okay, well, yeah, I didn't know that that was going to be a problem, man. I did not know. That's very unfortunate. All right, so we did get... That got canceled, obviously, since we don't have any political power. We did get the tank experiments, research bonus for those. That's a design company. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. These are just design companies, guys. So really not necessary to go down this right now. Although getting that for the mechanized would be helpful. But yeah, these don't really have any benefit to us because we already have our design company selected. Which is, let's see what we got here. Which one's the tank one? This one. So yeah, we already have this one, and that's the one I want to keep. So yeah, we don't really need either of those. So is it worth it to go through 140 days of focuses for basically one research bonus on mechanized, because the second one won't be utilized? So I really don't think that it is, honestly. So we probably won't go down these at all. There's really no benefit to it, guys. So we'll just skip those, and don't need any of these just yet. And yeah, don't need those either. So I suppose we'll start going after research bonuses for planes and ships. Also doctrines would be nice. Let's do this one, actually. Yeah, I said I was going to do that. that's one we'll do. Alright guys, so unfortunately we're going to have to end the episode. But we almost have the invasion ready. I think they're almost there. There they are right there. We sent the whole 15 divisions at once. They could have sunk them easily. Luckily, we did get lucky though. So they did not sink them. So they're almost there. And we'll wait until they get there. And once they're there, they'll continue their training, get that finished up, as well as planning this invasion here.
Yes, sir.
Which we need to move these guys over here. We also need to give them a commander, which we'll give them Truscott. And when will they be done? Let's just stop the training for a second, just to see. 52 days, so they'll be done in 4 days. But we'll go ahead and let them finish their training up for those troops there. We'll let them finish it up. Just letting us finish sinking the Australian Navy. And wiping Australia out is really not going to help us much in this conflict overall. There's really no benefit to it. Just gives us something to do, basically. That's it. There's really no benefit. There's some resources here, but not much. I lost another submarine here. Not to make up for what we've lost here. Obviously, 35 steel there is nice, but yeah, we got a couple decisions that can get us that. Got a little bit more resources here, some aluminum and stuff. So there are resources here, but yeah, not worth the effort, of course, of what we had to do to get this. Again, it's really just to keep us busy while we wait for the world tension to increase. Which, man, yeah, we might have to do it. I just would hate that we're the ones getting the world tension. But yeah, I don't know who else. Well, yeah, maybe the Soviets could continue to increase it. Obviously, the Japanese can declare war. There they go, the Strike South Doctrine. So yeah, that might do it as well. So Japanese declaring war. And we will find ourselves at war with the Japanese eventually. So they're doing the Strike South Doctrine now, which that, of course, gives them the ability to demand Indochina from France. If France gives that up, then there's no war. But if they declare war on them, then that might be enough to get the French to join the British faction. Then after that, there's just that, and then they have to choose what they're going to do with the Philippines. And so that's the key one, because if they try and secure the Philippines, then we'll probably find ourselves at war with the Japanese, and that'll give us something to do as well. And maybe might make the Chinese be more willing to join our faction, though probably not, because it says China is likely to set diplomatic pressure -1,000. That's because they're non-aligned. But non-aligned does join diplomatic factions. I'm not entirely sure what ends up overruling that. But yeah, we'll have to see, guys, if they're willing to join the faction or not. So yeah, we're going to have to end it here, guys. We are taking attrition, but that's from training. I don't think we're taking attrition like we would take it anyways. We'll see, though. Just make sure. No, we're not. All right. I just want to make sure that we weren't facing any attrition issues here, because the supply is coming through this route, and I did notice that one of our Kates died. That's devastating. Let's go ahead and build this up anyway, guys. This gives us another place to repair from, and it's not like we don't have civilian factories to do that. So unfortunately, Kate died. She's a hero. She called her final rest, so we'll have to get another operative there. Where was Kate assigned? Was she the one doing that mission that we sent? I'm not entirely sure what she was doing. I assume... Okay, no, she was the one that was in Britain. Okay. So he's in Australia, she was in Britain. So the British killed her. Alright, well that's a shame. Alright, so next episode we'll do the invasion of Australia, guys. And, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll give it one more episode, and if world tension... again, I don't think it's going to be a problem, guys, because Japan's going to declare war. It's just we got to wait a long time. It's like the war starting in 43, basically, since we can't do shit against the British, because we can't just do an invasion there. It's unfortunate, but yeah, we got to wait, guys. What we can do before we leave here, though, is go ahead and make some changes now that we finished the Freedom Machines. I finally got them fixed after my era there. We can now go ahead and continue and changing these guys up. And what I think we're going to do here, guys, is I feel like with the medium tanks, we're going to remove one of the motorized and then change them over to a medium tank. And so that's 5 experience, and then we can go and start changing these over to mechanized. We'll be able to get 2 of them done. Then we want to change those up to the medium self-propelled artillery. So that's all we can do for right now. Let's go and save that. All right, excellent. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode, guys. Remember, there is not going to be an episode on Friday. We will be back on Saturday. And Should be able to do the invasion of Australia, which is basically ready. We're just waiting for the troops to finish up their training here, which they're almost done with. So just waiting for those guys to finish up their training. I think we are taking attrition here, so yeah, getting that dockyard improved might help. Also, infrastructure could be causing problems. Nope, not infrastructure. Infrastructure is plenty high enough. So yeah, we'll do the invasion here next episode, and I think Japan will likely start this war up. They'll get it started. Just taking a while, guys. I'm surprised that the world tension didn't increase more when they declared war on China, but yeah, I think Japan will get it started now that they're moving through their focus tree. They're just doing it kind of late because of the Civil War. So yeah, they'll declare war on either us or countries here. They might even declare war on China, or excuse me, on France. We're already at war with China. They might declare war on France over Indochina, and then, yeah, might try and invade these free countries here now. So this would not start war with the British and the Japanese, since these are not in the British faction. But yeah, I do assume that they'll be the ones starting the conflict, guys, with all their war declarations. The Soviets are also declaring war. We've seen them do it a few times. And the Italians could always declare war in Yugoslavia. They have a war goal against them, so they could declare war on them as well to further increase the world tension. We just gotta wait. We gotta be patient, guys. Just wait for him to get it done. So hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.